Sorry, that didn't work quite as expected. Please try again. Ivanka Trump's comments and the tone of the delivery is a marked contrast to Mr. Trump's rhetoric. Credit Jim Watson, AFP. Ivanka Trump has said the separation of migrant families was a low point from her time in the White House, in rare public criticism of her father's administration. Ms. Trump also appeared to question his rhetoric on the media, saying that journalists were not the enemy of the people, a phrase Donald Trump, the U.S. president, has used repeatedly. The comments, which were made in an interview with political website Axios, come at a time when Ms. Trump and her husband Jared Kushner are attempting to defend their impact in the White House. Both have senior advisor roles to the president and had been seen as a counterbalance to his nationalist instincts, but have been criticized for not speaking out enough. Earlier this year, the separation of parents from their children when they were caught illegally crossing into America triggered heavy criticism of the Trump administration. The number of separations soared after Jeff Sessions, the U.S. Attorney General, announced a zero-tolerance policy. Mr. Trump eventually signed an executive order ending family separations. Asked if she agreed with White House colleagues who saw the episode had been a low point, Ms. Trump said, "That was a low point for me as well. I feel very strongly about that, and I am very vehemently against family separation and the separation of parents and children, so I would agree with that sentiment. I think immigration is incredibly complex as a topic. Illegal immigration is incredibly complicated," she went on. "I am the daughter of an immigrant. My mother grew up in Communist Czech Republic, but we are a country of laws." Donald Trump and his daughter Ivanka, a senior advisor in the White House, credit EPA, Sean Thu, "She came to this country legally, and we have to be very careful about incentivizing behavior that puts children at risk of being trafficked, at risk of entering this country with coyotes or making an incredibly dangerous journey alone. These are not easy issues. These are incredibly difficult issues, and like the rest of the country, I experienced them in a very emotional way." Her comments and the tone of the delivery is a marked contrast to Mr. Trump's rhetoric. He recently tweeted that illegal migrants pour into and infect our country. Ms. Trump also struck a different tone to her father on the media, who Mr. Trump has ridiculed as fake news, and dubbed the enemy of the people, a phrase that has drawn criticism from some leading Republicans. Ivanka Trump and her husband, Jared Kushner, have outlasted some of their critics in the White House. Credit EPA, Olivier Dollery. Ms. Trump said, "I've certainly received my fair share of reporting on me personally that I know not to be fully accurate, so I have some sensitivity around why people have concerns and gripe, especially when they feel targeted. But no, I do not feel that the media is the enemy of the people." Ms. Trump and her husband, Mr. Kushner, aged 36 and 37, are two of the most influential advisors in the White House, having played central roles in Mr. Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. They have outlasted internal critics in the White House power struggle, most notably Stephen Bannon, the former White House chief strategist, who dismissively dubbed them Javanka. In recent months, they have focused on specific projects. Ms. Trump pushing to expand child tax credit and paid family leave. Mr. Kushner pursuing prison reform and a plan for peace in the Middle East. Ms. Trump recently closed her business, and the pair's children are reportedly at school in Washington, both taken as signs that they are committing long-term to the White House. Mr. Trump later played down their differences in opinion, tweeting, "They asked my daughter Ivanka whether or not the media is the enemy of the people. She correctly said no. It is the fake news, which is a large percentage of the media, that is the enemy of the people." Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, August 2, 2018.